Greetings. This Advent, we have begun to read through the prophet Isaiah in our daily office lectionary. And in the last couple of days, we've come across that very famous passage about beating swords into plowshares and spears into pruning hooks. And I just want to offer it today for our ministry minute. It's from chapter 2 of Isaiah, and I'll start with verse 3. Isaiah says, "Many peoples shall come and say, 'Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may teach us his ways, and that we may walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth instruction, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between the nations, and shall arbitrate for many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more." It strikes me in Advent, we talk about the second coming of the Lord, and there's often a lot of images associated with the second coming, and some of them are fairly wrathful and even violent. And the coming again of Jesus will certainly be a trial. The power and the awesomeness of it will, I imagine, certainly leave me floored if I live to see that blessed day. And yet, I just wonder if it must be so. I think about our swords and our spears and how in love humans have been with violence throughout history. So in love with it, in fact, that a human prophet used metaphors of weaponry to talk about what the action of God would be in his coming. And so I think that the coming of God and the second Advent that we contemplate during the liturgical season of Advent has to be powerful enough to overcome our addiction that we have, that humanity has to violence, in order to overcome it. And I'm struck by this as we reflect on this passage from Isaiah. May we welcome that day when the Lord comes and lays aside for us our own worst angels, that we might live into our better ones.